My dear students, in the last class, I talked to you about some of the scientific inventions invented by some of the scientists, and just we came to know some of the wonders of the modern invention. And just you have to continue your studies, and you have to purchase the textbooks, and you should form the habit of reading the text, and you have to know what is stated in your textbook. I hope you are hale and hearty. We are passing a pandemic situation, and so just we are not mentally happy, but we should try our best to keep ourselves jolly, and we should pray to God that we would be able to get relief of this pandemic situation as early as possible. And so, by the instructions of the Education Ministry, we are carrying on our classes. And in my last classes, I talked to some of the modern inventions. And today, just I would like to talk to you in the lesson number 3, that is unit 2, scientific breakthroughs. We are waiting for one. In this lesson, just you have the chance to know about some of the new invention, especially DNA computer. Imagine having an iPod capable of holding thousands of years high definition video. A DNA computer would make such a device very possible. DNA is the substance that living organisms use to store genetic information. What makes DNA special is that it is extremely efficient when it comes to storing information in a limited space. Just 1 milligram of DNA is capable of holding all the printed material in the world. DNA computing is currently in its infancy, with prototypes such as Maya 2 only capable of showing the concept. If DNA computing is perfected, computers will become capable of holding amounts of information that are hard to imagine by today's standard. Here in this extract, just you have the opportunity to know about the contribution of DNA computer. A DNA computer has the capacity to hold the information, and you have to know that 1 milligram of DNA has the capacity to have the information from the inception of the earth and still today, and that is I think quite out of thinking of the common people. Then a permanent moon base. Ever since setting up human habitation in space was first imagined. And think just now we the people are thinking ourselves that we have to settle ourselves in another space, because in another planet, because nowadays most of the people or scientists are in thoughtful situation that the world's population is increasing day by day, and that would be quite impossible for us to accommodate the people on earth. And so just we should think our best to shift the people to another planet. And so it was thought that the moon would be the first object to be colonized, since it was closest to earth. And at first the scientists thinking that we have to shift our people to moon. In 1969, when first man walked on the moon, a permanent colony suddenly appeared to be very achievable. And you know that in 1969, Michael Collins, Ellen Aldrin, they are successful to land the moon. And so nowadays, the modern scientists are thinking that we would be able ourselves to settle there permanently. However, for a variety of reasons, both economical and technical, the project was never truly attempted. But I think just it's a matter of regret that still today, just we have not taken a permanent step, okay, to fulfill our mission. However, NASA currently has plans to have one constructed by 2024, and NASA is trying to settle people there by 2024. The European Space Agency also has plans to construct a moon base by 2025. Uh, Japan and India also each have plans to have base 2030. The biggest barrier to a base is money. Various countries of the world are trying our best to settle people in another planet, and especially Russia and any other, India and Japan. But here the speaker would like to say there is a barrier that we have no sufficient money by which we can settle our people there. Many people within NASA, including Buzz Aldrin, have criticized the building of a moon base, saying that NASA should put more focus on different issues like clean energy. And I think he has Aldrin become confused whether we would be successful or not. And then he has given us the idea about the clean energy. Clean energy, while many alternatives to fossil fuels have been investigated, there is still quite a way to go before mankind's energy supply is completely renewable. Among mankind's supply energy is renewable as of 2 days, about 85% of all energy comes from fossil fuels. The reason clean energy is considered to be the important is because fossil fuels are not expected to last much longer. They pollute the environment and they have to lead tensions between nations. The reason clean energy is hard to come by that we have spent the past 150 years depending on oil, and it's quite difficult to make the switch. Some have been suggested that the technology for producing vast amounts of clean energy already exists, but it is being suppressed by big oil companies. However, several European countries have produced considerable amounts of clean energy. Current methods of clean energy include wind, solar, geothermal, tidal and hydropower, and nuclear and biofuel. Here the speaker would like to say that all the energy is created or collected by the giants, there is the possibility of ending. And so if we become successful to create clean energy on earth, then we would be able to continue our studies or to make a healthy world, and then we may become successful to settle people in another planet. And then the scientists are thinking about cure for cancer. Cancer is one of the deadliest diseases of the modern era. Ever since the days of the Hippocrates, people have been searching for a cure. Now the people are searching for a cure. The cancer is similar to the common cold in that although there are many ways to treat it, modern medicine is still yet to come up with a cure. And the most of the people of I think every year millions of people are losing their life for the cause of cancer, and many of the scientists are trying their best to create to invent the cure of it, but still we have to invent. This is partially because, like the common cold, there are many different types of cancer, and they are still slightly different, and there are various types of cancer, and so it is still I think beyond the capacity of the people to give a particular treatment of this disease. Unfortunately, with over 7 million deaths per year, cancer is much more serious than the common cold. Here, the speaker would like to give the emphasis that cancer is more effective, or I think more serious than the common cold. A wide assortment of drugs, chemicals, and stem cells, and genetically modified virus, and even arsenic have all been proposed as cancer cures. Here, the scientists would like to give us some of the instruction that as a wide assortment of drugs, chemicals, stems, cell, and genetically modified viruses, and even arsenic have all been proposed. And so, I think in Unit 2, Lesson 3, scientific breakthroughs we are still waiting for. Here in this lesson, you are getting the chance to know that the scientists are trying their best to create DNA computer, and they are also thinking the permanent moon base in other planet. And here the scientists would like to say that if we continue, carry on our studies, we need clean energy. And at last they are also trying their best to create the cure for cancer. But I think I would like to say there is one thing that money is needed to solve this problem. And I shall try my best to take the class the next. Thank you all.